What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Boompa World, where today we're going to take a look at NBA ballers for the PS2 and Xbox. Iced out game logo, looks like the Range Rover, little party chilling in the back, and Stephon Marbury front and center in a tracksuit and a rollie. This cover tells me this game came out in 2004. I picked this up at a local game store, so it isn't from my childhood like the NBA Street games, but it still looks like a
certified hood classic.
Worth checking out. It says on the bag, live the fantasy lifestyle of an NBA superstar. Cribs, chromed out cars, jets, and more. I mean, shit, this game is promising me the lifestyle of a millionaire street baller, as long as I can beat some CPU ass. Let's see if they keep their promise and go through the game, kind of review it, mostly just progress and talk about what's happened in the experience, because I want to show you guys a lot of this one. Be sure to leave a like on this video, and if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Boompa World. But yeah, look at intros for games in this era were so sick, and NBA Ballers is no different. This rap by the game's announcer MC Supernatural, along with green screening him into the gameplay's footage, man, it just turn me up before I even play the game. Get that gamer boy adrenaline going. But right when we get to the main menu, look at the Nate flexing. This is too lit. So you already know I'm going straight into the rags to riches mode. Single player, story driven. It has an opening cutscene where network executives come up with this TV show idea. You about to face off against NBA players, and if you win, you can keep the bling. But if you don't get paid anything. Sounds good enough as an explanation for the story. It'll carry me. Lil Boomp, aka Popsicle, he's ready to start this rags to riches journey. He's got insane drip. I'm ready to get a Cadillac, make some friends, and unlock some skills. All while listening to this custom soundtrack. It's so early 2000s, reminds me like New York and Atlanta vibes. It's all basketball bars though, it's great. But this game seems to have everything. It even had online at the time with headset support, so you could be talking trash, and multi-tap support so you could play 3 players. This game had effort. We're here to jump into the first tournament, and it stuck us in Rucker Park to prove ourselves. So right off the bat, the gameplay is different as one-on-one. You play to 11 in these like short 2-minute games. It kind of felt like a fighting game setup a little bit, and you played best 2 out of 3. Lil Boomp controlled great. The animations have attitude where you want them while you're controlling them, and in between possessions too. The announcer, like I said, MC Supernatural, he was pretty damn cool. You could tell everything was heavily inspired by NBA Street, but it was also just inspired by early 2000s hip-hop culture and basketball like AI.
Man, it's VA finals. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. You know, he gonna change the whole game.
The gameplay felt a little slow, but with one-on-one it actually made sense. The dribble moves and using the right stick to juke is satisfying, and you can get the combos to fill up your bring down the house meter burst, which is really hard to bring up, but if you do it correctly, you bring down the house, you break the rim, and you end the game and you win. There's more stuff like that, like alley-oops, putback slams. You can pass to a dude in the crowd who can either pass it back or oop it to you, but you have to unlock those as you progress, and you make currency after winning each game, which is fun. And it's not like VC where you gotta pay real life money for them. On defense, physical, push and shove, but every shove is a foul, and after you get 5, they get a free throw, which counts for 3 points and the possession if they make it. Can't be too much of a Pat Bev.
Shut your
Popsicle is getting buckets. He runs through the first tournament with only a little bit of sweat on the controller. At first though, all I could make were layups. We finish off this weak ass crew and win the tournament. It was some randoms. Get some loot, which was really just a couple pairs of fake shoes, but hey, we livin'. I was instantly hooked. They automatically upgrade your guys' attributes, and they managed to make the features very engaging outside the actual gameplay. And they built this little world. I don't have many complaints about the gameplay or this game in general so far. It's so simple. The cutscene following the tournament mentioned,
I beat Shaq, then I beat Kobe, and after I beat VC and T-Mac and AI and even Baron Davis, you're gonna let me have all this stuff.
And rest in peace, mama. But this cutscene showed they put so much effort into the game. It was just like a lot of cute little touches like that. I could tell I was going to really enjoy this game from the style. The early 2000s nostalgia is full of. The first real tournament had us facing the young up-and-coming NBA players of the time. And it was at Kevin Garnett's house. I guess we pulled up like an episode of MTV Cribs, just violated these grown men though. My first opponent was Carmelo Anthony, which pretty sweet. Look at young cornrow Mello. MC Supernatural is honestly just an okay announcer. He kind of stays talking trash, so it's crazy though. The dribble moves and step back threes in this game feel so akin to the NBA today. This game's ahead of its time. Like, it's so satisfying. You feel so in control. But LeBron was our first boss in this second tournament. I call it a boss battle because instead of playing to 11, we had to go to 30. And LeBron may or may not be your GOAT, but he lost to Boompa World. He blew it too. I had to make a shot in his mouth too, just to win by, just to scrape by. I already know Skip Bayless would be on his ass after that. He ain't got no clutch gene. But I wonder if this is the game that LeBron was playing when he was carrying around the PS2 in his early Cavs days. This game has really brought out the inner basketball geek in me. I'm just really excited to bring it out with friends, shit on them, and show them all the cool old stuff, the time capsules. But yeah, we're constantly unlocking new fits, and after this tournament, I got the first piece of my crib. I didn't know that's how buying mansions worked, but I guess we'll slowly piece together this mansion throughout the story mode. The next cutscene explains that the network's trying to screw me.
The player thinks his only challenge is on the court, but real life intrudes. The network has an agenda. Always somebody looking for an edge.
I love these little storytime cutscenes where they did the bare minimum with them, but I still feel like they're such like a worthy addition and they're entertaining. And I mean, it separates the game from like any other like basketball street game. I mean, it was way ahead of its time compared to 2K's My Player cutscenes.
I'ma be there one day, you know what I'm saying? With the lights on me, everybody chanting my name. Like beat, fresh, fresh.
After this last tournament, I got my guy some new skills with the money instead of a new outfit. I got super blocks and the ability to self alley-oop. We unlocked a secret tournament and we faced old New York legends like Earl the Pearl Monroe and Clyde Frazier. We ran through a couple more tournaments, sat and stared at the frequent and long-ass loading screens. We played Rip Hamilton before the mask, and we even fought our way from the stainless steel circuit through the titanium circuit. And I mean, some of these circuits had multiple tournaments and the bonus tourney, but regardless, we were hooping on your favorite player's favorite player. Look at White Chocolate out there, Jason Williams, come on. I had a lot of fun personal moments in the game, like coming back and winning in the clutch or pulling off moves against some of like all-time greats growing up and getting some good trash talk animations on them, or finally beating someone I've been stuck on. It's just such a satisfying gameplay loop, like self alley-ooping in someone's face. It rewards me how I want to be rewarded. I'm not gonna lie though, it was still kind of a grind. A lot of games like this kind of had a lot of padding. It kind of was meant to be more of a slow burn, but I just had to keep grinding. After finishing the second tournament, I got a friend. I can finally get the ball thrown from the crowd. Slowly unlocking more in-game features as I progressed was a great way to keep the game fresh. But at this point in the game, I had to go and do real life stuff. I was at work. I asked my friend, I was like, you ever play NBA Ballers growing up? And he was like, man. He said he played this game growing up with his brother a lot, and the sequel, NBA Ballers Phenom. He told me that he'd be cheesy with Peja Stojakovic, the three-point god. It shows me this game tugs at some people's childhoods, which is awesome to hear. I would love to hear your guys' stories in the comments or anything that comes to mind. This next tournament, I beat Jason Kidd at the Kidd family estate. Very disrespectful. And before I did that, I had to bring the house down. And I honestly struggled to get that meter up at first because it's a constant battle with who you're up against. Like his moves, like his combos makes yours go down when his goes up and vice versa. But yeah, look at that final score. It was tough first. But stringing combos together came easier as the game progressed through, and challenges like bringing the house or only giving up a few points or no fouls or keep your opponent to 5 points, they're really common and they added variety to the gameplay to spice it up and broke a lot of the monotony. But did I mention I had to beat Scottie Pippen on his own yacht? That's very tough for him, but that's not as bad as what's to come, Scottie. So good luck. Just know, good luck. Now we got to go through the silver, bronze, and gold tournaments. We got our postmodern mansion. We got a new do-rag. Damn. The game has gotten more enjoyable as I've gotten better at using the moves, getting used to the controls and weight of Lil Boomp here. Not to mention his skills improving after every game. I'm getting cheesy with that three-point shot. I know you guys will see it in the footage. There was a tournament in the silver circuit where we played some rappers. They all kneeled at the hand of my cheesy three-point fadeaways. I feel like a kid playing this shit. The finale of the silver tournament involved Amari Stoudemire in the pimp fit dunking on me and shitting on Tim Duncan at the end. I liked how we played at Tim Duncan's family compound. It had a little island vibe because I think they gave that little tropical vibe because I think Tim is from the islands. The next cutscene following that circuit gave us fuel to our work as the TV producers
had no intentions of delivering on their promise.
And I think for a moment I had a love interest, but I don't remember if that ever gets mentioned again, or I felt like she may have been. But yeah, the gold tournament ended with a 1v1 against Shaq where goaltending was legal, and it was just like so bad. It took me so long to beat him. He was camping down in the paint. I couldn't even shoot threes or anything. But yeah, now I finally saved up enough to get 2 times juice or stamina in the upgrades menu. So now my guy is about to be overpowered. And after beating Shaq, we unlock a rollie. I put the moonbeam on Popsicle's wrists. And we got a new chain too. We had our little final get your head in the game cutscene.
I can do this. Just stay focused.
They're setting you up. You've got to pay attention.
I said stay away from those people.
I guess we had to head to the final circuit, the Diamond Circuit. I loved how this game was set up, but I've probably spent more time than I'm proud of beating this mode. It kind of dragged on a bit, and the Diamond Tournament consisted of the best international ballers for the first one, full of all-time greats. Since I got the 2x juice replenished, the dribbling and finessing became even more satisfying. And this international tourney ended with me draining in Dirk Nowitzki's face. Even Yao Ming stepped out in his Chinese New Year drip, but he couldn't keep up. And I picked up the Zach and Cody sweater in my mansion's pool for my final upgrades, and man, it just solidified this game having some of the best unlockables. Look at this drip. Yeah, the final story node stated that this last tourney was about to get unfair, and I immediately saw how, as we are now playing one-on-one against 2 players from the same team. Quite suspicious. But yeah, the gameplay was mostly the same. It was literally just another dude added in. It reminded me of playing the game 21 like we used to, like growing up on the playground or in the front yard. But the 3 people just made the gameplay a bit more chaotic, still fun. Beating iconic early 2000s duos was so cool too. Seeing Shaq and Kobe and Nash and Dirk in their element, just getting beat by this little leprechaun. After the players though, we face our coach in a one-on-one, and look at him, man. He tried his best. Look at that old coach clap animation after I score on him. But I guess coach taught us one last lesson before we face our true final bosses. Holy shit, I got too excited. The true final bosses, the businessmen, or like the network dudes that were trying to defend their money. They defended at all costs. They were draining, they were dunking, but you know they fall by the wayside just like any of our opponents, mostly due to my cheesy threes. But right after the game, we unlock our player and our mansion to play at, with a cutscene narrated beautiful by MC Natural wrapping up the game. Listen to him being inspiring, teaching us lessons to never give up.
It goes to show you that anybody can climb to the top with a little bit of skill, will, and determination. You don't have to break the rules to get ahead in this world.
It was just great, and honestly this whole game was just great, and that's really all I got to say for you. If you never played this game, pick it up, play it with friends, play it by yourself. Just soak in the 2000s, early 2000s goodness, have fun with it, and I mean, get some fashion inspo from it or something. I mean, shit, it's fire. If I see you guys soon, subscribe, like the video. We loving NBA ballers out here. More stuff coming soon. I moved out and I'm finally all settled in. I'm gonna be up more frequently, uploading on here. Hopefully this channel can blow up a lot more, get a lot more subs soon. I'm putting a lot of effort into this stuff, so I hope you guys see it. Yeah. See you guys later.